I am excited because for everyone, I'm like low-key jealous because you're going to take this home and enjoy, and I'm not making it for myself, but
Yeah.
also there's a lot of cheese.
It's so much.
So I hope you're not lactose intolerant. But
No. My dad grew up on a dairy farm.
that's exciting. Well, I'm here to take you home.
Yeah. I know.
So we are making, for everybody, we've been doing like different cheese boards. And I was like, I texted you and was like, oh, what do you think about brie? And when you said you love it, I was like, oh, we're making a brie cake.
I've never had a brie cake.
I've never made a brie cake.
Really?
So we're doing this together.
Okay.
I've made brie pies. And if you search on Instagram, the first brie pie that comes up is mine. So
I will be doing that after this.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we're kind of Insta famous.
Okay.
No big.
So we're just discussing that I wore my fancy jean jacket for the interview.
Uh-huh.
Into
Which led us into the topic of jorts.
jorts that you do not like denim
I like denim.
on women.
On women only. Now I sound sexist.
Right.
I hate jorts. I'm not a jorts on dude.
And see, like,
Jeez.
if I see someone walk in like head to toe denim, like Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, I'm beelining for, to hang out. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, I feel like head to toe denim is different than jorts though. Jorts are very intentional choice.
I just had a flash of a man wearing like short jean shorts with like a denim vest, nothing underneath,
You know what's great?
mustache.
Yes. I feel like
It's getting very like ego rock.
very YMCA.
Yeah. Yes.
So that does it for you.
No. I would find that interesting, but no. I mean, my husband was like Salvadorian, like ex-gang member.
No, George.
I don't really have a type, but I do love denim.
I mean, I feel like I have a type, but I don't stick to it. So I'm not like, I have plans always, but I always veer from them.
Yeah.
So like my husband was a veer from the plan for sure.
Yeah.
But his jorts, every time he wore them, I was like, we're not doing this again, sir. You need to go change. I'm not for changing anybody, but you're going to change those jorts.
What was the outfit? It was like,
Well, the outfit when we first
Yeah.
met, or when we our first time hanging
wait,
out,
this shirt.
the shirt that said, that's what she said.
Okay,
And it was a red.
I have to discuss this with him. Like, was there a thought process?
No, he wears shirts with sayings on them all the time that are like the most inappropriate possible. And also, when I met him, he wore like small shirts. He's a medium. And so like every time I taught him that like when you put your hands up, if your belly button shows, it's too small for you.
Oh.
So that was, he's going to watch us and be like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, I know. You might have to edit out to save your marriage.
We're good. I've said way worse.
Okay. But I love that you two are so opposite.
Me too. And
Because I feel like you are very out there and he's very like marine quiet when I've met him.
yes, but if you get us in a club, we're the complete opposite. So like me and Matt have already had this discussion too, which
Okay.
we have a lot of weird discussions.
Okay.
But if either one of us had to strip to make money, it would be him. Because he literally he can dance
Really?
so well, like Magic Mike. Well.
Oh, no wonder you guys got married. Oh, that was date number 2.
Yeah, no, that wasn't date number. I didn't find out until like one day he was in the backyard. Like we would go out to the club.
Like
I would
just in
dance,
headphones?
and he would just stand there like a weirdo.
Okay.
And then like I was because he wouldn't buy me drinks. I was dancing to get my drinks. Then, and he was just somewhere else. Yes, and when I would get extra drinks, he would be like, "Oh, I want a Di-Serrano and Coke," and I'd start ordering drinks for him. Mm-hmm.
I am
He
shocked.
definitely was. He did not wine and dine me then. He wine and dines me now.
Okay.
But yeah, that was. And then one day we were in the backyard, and it was like he started dancing, and I was like, "What is this?"
Just like by himself. Was there
Well,
music?
no,
Like,
there
what's
was
the
music,
context?
and my
Okay.
brother was like dancing, and they like it was the Cupid Shuffle, and I like watched him do it, but it wasn't like he wasn't dancing the Cupid Shuffle like the regular, like he was getting down, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know where this is from, and then he was like, come do it with me, and I was like, absolutely not.
My husband, he was Latin, so he could like Latin dance, but he also, like, if he drank enough, would kind of get into this like cholo mode and have this move. Can I do it?
Yes, I'm like, it's there.
We'd be like at a club, and I'd be like dancing, doing my thing, whatever. And he would do like one of these, like, you know that? And I was like, oh,
I don't know that move.
horrified. It was like, I don't know,
I'm like,
Salvi thing maybe, but it was like, it was a lot. It was a lot.
dancing like a cholo.
We
There's a whole song about it.
When we started dating, I was teaching 9th grade at Pali High.
Mm-hmm.
And because all my students would turn 15 in the spring, we went to every quinceañera, like all over Los Angeles, like 100 zip codes, every quinceañera. And it was great because I would drag him along, and then my students had to teach me how to dance to all the Latin songs at first, but then Edmund would come, and then he worked on The Simpsons, so he would sit and draw Simpson characters for all the kids.
That's cute.
I know. We met, he was teaching my kids animation. So that, like, we didn't meet in a bar, we didn't meet in a social context. We met when I was teacher and he was like there teaching.
That's
was
kind
kinda-
of nice.
It was really nice, actually. He was kind of standoffish. He was not quite divorced at the time.
That's probably why.
Yeah, and I just got into UCLA for my master's, and I was like, I'm focusing, because my experience with men at that point was men drain you. So like, if I'm gonna focus on getting my master's, like, I don't want any man near me because they're just gonna want my attention and drain it. So I was like, zero interest. But there was something about him where I was like, wait, this man is somehow making my life easier. I just never had experienced that in my life. So it was always this like demand on their part to be taken care of.
That's so funny because earlier we were talking about my husband, and we were talking about like, why are you with him?
Right.
I feel like you just said it. Like, he makes my life easier.
Yeah.
He's so easy to be with.
Yes.
He's so easy to love.
Yes.
And he loves me so easily.
Yes.
Like, and I'm not, I would say I probably am easy to love, but I've been told that I'm not, right?
Well, you're a strong, bold woman, and that is really hard for a lot of people to deal with.
Yeah, he just lets me be me all the time.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Edmund's mom was I'll just say she carried a gun and Bowie knife, okay? So he loved a strong woman, you know? And like a man, like, I feel like you can just tell men who love women. They're not afraid of strength. They're not afraid of a woman taking up space. Like, they love that. That's like their sunshine, you know? That's the one to marry.
yeah, no, I definitely feel that about Matt. There's so many times where I'm just like, not even like noticing. I'm in the middle of something and somebody needs something from me, and we're like at an event or out or something, and I just like quickly like gaze and I like see him, and like all he is doing is talking about how great I am.
Yeah.
He doesn't say it to me, but
Yeah.
he's like my biggest like hype person ever. I joke around that when he leaves the Marine Corps, he's gonna be my manager.
Just with the
Because the
Like,
audacity too, like he like, I'll say like, oh yeah, I'm doing this speaking engagement, and like they're like, I getting paid like this much, and he'll be like, that's it. And it's like, it's one of my first speaking engagements.
Yeah.
Well, now I've done a few, but like, and he just has like, he's so audacious for me, and I'm just like
he sees you in your absolute potential and values you from that space. That's how Edmund was. And I just like, my childhood was so much about trying to keep myself safe I was like, I didn't know this, but I was spending a tremendous amount of energy protecting myself. And it wasn't until I met him. And so mine was an ex-gang member, yours is Marine, right? But
So same then.
before I was working with a therapist about what I was looking for in a partner. And I was like, this is really weird, but they have to be able to kill somebody.
Well,
This right. But, and I was like, I don't know how to explain that, but what it was is just that I had never felt safe. And I needed someone who was like fearless about protecting. And so when I met him, and he was that 3rd-degree black belt, it was like, and I feel like your husband has this too. There's no machismo because they're fully aware of, like, they know how to handle stuff that needs to be handled. That confidence, you know? And so when we started dating and I felt safe for the first time, it unlocked so much energy for me. Like, I started accomplishing things that I never could before. I never felt confident to do because I really felt loved and I really felt safe.
Safe. Like, safety, I think, is like a huge one. Yeah. Like, I grew up not feeling safe either. And yeah, there was so many firsts that I did with Matt because I lived myself protecting myself so much. So there was a lot of like walls that like came down, but I would never be where I'm at if I was with, and I think about this. I mean, I lost somebody I really loved when I was younger, and I think about what my life would be with him, and I'm like, I would have never accomplished where I'm at right now because he didn't make me feel safe.
Yeah.
Like Matt does. Like, Matt gives me so much security.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Like, you're like the way I see you in your business and these things, like just making bold moves, like doing a podcast, doing all these things. But I relate to when you really have that love, that sense of who you are. But for me, it's like feeling truly loved for every part of it. You're not afraid to like go out there and be vulnerable and make mistakes, you know?
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing I could say that he would be like, oh no. Like, literally,
Like,
because I
that's
like,
it.
honestly, like earlier we were talking and just like the comments of like, oh, like other people are like, oh, I hope you don't say this in front of him and stuff like
Right.
that. But it's like, oh, I've said all of these things in front of
Right.
him because like
Right,
he
like, there's
knows, like
nothing-
he's my
there's nothing
person.
hidden when you have that kind of connection.
No, and I like it.
Yeah.
He knows that I like also, I am who I am. Like I'm so grateful for our relationship. But also, like, he wasn't my type. Like, I never imagined myself being with somebody like him. I remember I had a best friend. His name was Matt. And I told myself that I would never be with a Matt. I would never be with somebody in the Marine Corps, and I would never move for a man.
Wow.
And then I met my husband, and I did all 3 of those things.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine my life with anybody else. He still drives me crazy.
It's like a reverse manifestation.
It was a hardcore reverse manifestation.
Yeah.
But I think like I couldn't, like, he drives me crazy, but I couldn't imagine myself with anybody else. And I feel like he feels the same about me. And I don't think I was on his like bingo card or anything like that. Yeah, he just sounds so corny. He completes me.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think there are things that happen in life and they're totally out of the blue. They're not on the list. But it's like this karmic connection from like another universe where you just are like, oh, yes, like this is a yes. This person is a yes. This opportunity is a yes, you know? And like when I met my husband, on paper, he was like in debt. He was still married. He was like sleeping on the couch. Like there were a lot of reasons why this would be a no. Especially looking at my list that I had worked out with a therapist. But I was just like, a knowing, like that this it's not like a lust connection. It's not all those things are there, but it's like a soul knowing of like, oh, it's you, of course. Like, we're finally here, you know? And I was like, and Edmund was sick already when he didn't know how sick he was. He was diabetic. And he just hadn't taken care of himself, was still smoking, all this stuff. And my dad was a doctor. My mom's a nurse. We were raised to know a lot about health. And I knew, like, he's already got pretty severe symptoms of, like, illness. And I was like, that scares me. But it's still a yes. Like, I know this man's going to change my entire life. And so I'm in, you know, because of, I don't know, like somebody who looks nothing like what you could ever imagine, but the soul recognizes you. Yeah. Or each other.
So what we're going to do is we have a Marin French triple brie.
Okay.
And then we have a Ragged Point, which honestly isn't everything because by Stepladder, and it's incredible.
I'm so.
And what we're going to do is like basically a cake like that, a tiered cake.
Oh.
And then we're going to decorate
it later.
Yes. Yes.
Watch true crime and eat a cheesecake like midnight.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're going to do is make filling.
Okay.
And so what we have here is a double cream brie mixed with our honey whipped ricotta. And we're actually going to do different fillings because we decided that we're going to do 2 different types of cake.
Yeah.
So if you want to mix a little bit of the raspberry cranberry jam into that, and I'll mix some of the fig jam into this.
Like, how much is a little?
Try half first and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
I feel like you could put so many different things into this filling too.
Right.
So like you could do like pistachios, orange. You could do like mint or like orange zest would probably be really good in that.
Like fresh fruit? Do you do fresh fruit?
Yeah, you could do fresh fruit.
I defer to you.
All right. I mean, it looks good.
It looks amazing.
And you want to try it and see if it tastes good?
Yeah. Do I need a
try
spoon? It's mine, right?
It's yours. Like, you can.
I can double dip and do.
I won't judge you.
Okay, but okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, that's good. Mm-hmm.
Select.
Yep. Winners.
Okay. Winner.
Okay.
Okay. Like you mentioned moving. I think just
it's not moving exactly.
It's not really moving because your house burned down.
Yeah, it's evacuation or relocating. Fighting the fire. Relocation by natural disaster.
Yeah, it's like such a weird. I feel like this year I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into all of them. Like the first one, I feel like when the fires started happening. So, January 7th, that's when we started to hear stuff. January 8th was when we really started to, for people who weren't up there.
Okay. Yeah.
Really started to hear of the things there. So one of my really good friends, her house was at the top in Altadena. So in my mind, there was like, when we were hearing that structures were being lost, I'm like, there's no way that her house couldn't be. So I'm like, she's probably going to lose her home. But then it's like the phone calls didn't stop and they just kept coming. And then we received a phone call. At this point, we were already feeding our community. So we received a phone call to go pick up food from Super King. Which is not that high. It's not that far up Lincoln, right?
Yeah. Just past.
And I'm there and there's fires happening around me, like as I'm physically there. And it's like, how is this? It was surreal. But then I think that's like when the gravity like really set in. Like at that point, I think I had known 54 people when I got to Super King that had lost their home. And
Wait, were you already calculating this?
because as people were telling me that they lost their home, I was writing it down and asking them what they needed.
Oh,
so it was just a matter, and I had a spreadsheet, and I was just like,
wow.
how, like,
Wow.
what do you need? How can I get it for you? What sizes are your kids? What sizes are you to
That's
have
amazing.
hygiene products? Those are the things that we would focus on. What are the initial needs of people? So at that point, I personally had known 54 people.
Yeah.
And I think in that moment, it was like, when you're there, like I knew that it was happening, obviously, right? We already had people in our space picking up supplies, doing all the things. But I don't think that we realized that it was going to continue to grow. And then when I got there and you're all the way down at the bottom of like Lincoln and Woodbury, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we were up off Altadena, so we're not that far up there. First of all, I just want to say when I met you to meet with you about candles, like you had everything set up where people could just grab it. And like we're talking candles, but I'm like, can I have some socks? I had like one pair of socks at that point. Like I didn't even get underwear for a month. I know that's weird.
I mean, I don't wear underwear, so
yeah.
Where I was
You know
what?
Why?
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, we were up off Altadena, and so I taught at Pali High in the Palisades for 10 years. I taught social studies. And so already so many people I knew were like losing it in the Palisades. That was already felt very personal. And then I sent Bodhi, his sister's in her 20s. So I sent him there because I had a yoga class. So and the thing about the yoga class is it was like right after New Year's, I'm like, okay, it's the new year. I'm gonna like self-care, blah, blah, blah. And I'd signed up for this class and I'm like, okay, well, it might be Armageddon tonight with this wind, but I'm gonna stick to this self-care. So I sent him to be with his sister. It was in Pasadena. And afterward I was getting the text, like, are you okay? Are you okay? I was like, oh no. So I saw there was a fire. So as I was driving home, I'm driving up, I think I went up Los Robles maybe, but I could see the fire was there in the mountains. And the closer I kept getting to home, the more I could see it wasn't that far. And we were far down. Never had I imagined. And so some people said that they thought they were just going to be back the next day. I knew. And like I've had this throughout my life, like just knowing. And I sat on my couch and I was like, all this is going to be gone. I'm like, what do I take? It's my entire life. So I called a friend from Topanga who's had to evacuate a million times. I'm like, my house is going to burn down. What do I do? She said, take a video of the whole house for insurance. And then you're not going to be able to grab everything. So grab a few things that capture the essence of the house. I grabbed my own paintings, my own artwork. I grabbed my husband's urn and Bodhi's bedding and like the passport box. And beyond that, it was too, like, I couldn't choose. Like, what in my life matters the most? And like, for me, I realized it was the artwork, like original artwork that's sentimental is what I value the most, right? When you don't know what you value the most until you have to choose between everything that you have. So we evacuated to my mom's. She's in North Pass. And sometime in the morning, like 3 or something, my landlord called. He's like, are you at home? I'm like, no, I'm at my mom's. He's like, good, because my street's on fire. So he lost 2 people on his street. So he was east of us. He said he woke up because of an explosion. He looked outside, his street's on fire. He went house to house, waking people up. And then an hour or so later, my neighbor called and he's like, sorry, sweetie, like your house is on fire. And he's like, I got to get out of here. So that was like how I knew. I don't know what time it was, 4. And then an hour after that, I, of course, wasn't sleeping. The police were going up and down the street evacuating us. And I had Bodhi, so I'm like, Bodhi, we have to evacuate. Like, the thing about my kid's life is like, I don't know how to deal with the things we've been through except to just be honest.
So then now we are going to, I'm not going to put on another glove because you don't care.
I know. Like,
I promise I didn't lick my feet.
the thing with an 8-year-old boy with ADHD is just like the most disgusting.
I believe it.
So,
now we're going to just cut this in half, and we're using just a brie cutter.
that is very fancy. I've never used a brie cutter before.
You're just using a knife, but
Yeah.
look at that. Do we want to do, which one did you like better?
I like let's do the berry.
Okay, so let's do the berry on this.
Okay.
We'll do the fig on the other one.
Okay. Are we doing this whole?
Yeah, like, we're making it like,
Okay.
you're actually really good at that.
Am I? I'm a painter, you know.
You're good at spreading out the brie.
Right. Crafty. Okay.
And then we'll put the lid on it.
Okay, hold on. It's gotta be perfect.
Well, then
It's like it has to be evenly distributed. You know, it's got to be the right. It's like pumpkin
Really?
pie. Like you got to get the whipped cream and pie proportions exactly.
how much more do we have in there?
Yeah, let's just
Let's see if we can
get it to there. Waste not, want none.
This looks like an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it like one.
Like I said, we're not here for judgment.
No.
Oh yeah.
I have to say, like, this post-fire year, food has been very helpful in dealing with my anxiety, for better or worse.
I feel like when we were like a grassroots distribution,
That looks terrible now. I
my
feel like I had it right in
that's
the.
all right. I'm wearing gloves. Okay. My number one thing was when people came in, I wanted them to feel like they were getting fed like the best stuff.
It's like comfort food is comfort food for a reason.
Literally. So like our number one thing was like our cornbread and chili
Okay.
was like my go-to. But I had somebody who came in, lost her home, and I'm making a gigantic mess.
Yeah, we're doing great.
That's okay. We'll make it look better. But I had somebody come in and everybody was giving her a hug. I'm not a hugger. And so when she got to me, I handed her a Rice Krispie treat.
She was like, "Oh, thank you."
And everybody like started to laugh.
Yeah.
But literally, when she ate that Rice Krispie treat, she was like, this was what I needed. I didn't need a hug.
Yeah,
And I'm like, see, it's literally the greatest thing.
it really is.
So there's that on the bottom.
I thought, by the way, you were gonna bring up the banana bread, and then we could plug the candle, but with the comfort.
Well, now I make the best brown butter banana bread, which if you haven't had our banana bread, it is literally the best banana
really
bread.
is the best thing. That was
We changed it, and we're gonna do 3 layers because I see.
yeah.
We changed it, and somebody else made it, and we had to change back. I was like, because I wanted to. Yeah, it's a brown butter banana bread, but it's so popular that we had. When you asked me, we made a neighbors and friends candle, but when you asked me like, what kind of scent do you envision?
Yeah.
It was like, honestly, nothing but
it because like we got the butter in there.
Yeah, we.
But, well, wait, we got the butter in there, but it also like the candle when it's burning it's pleasant. It's not like, oh, this is making me hungry. Like it's still just this like really pleasant aroma. Yeah.
This is hard.
Is it? We're like talking about like death and parenting and
And we're like,
spreading this brie is really stressing me out.
okay,
I find it therapeutic.
this is a lot of.
It looks amazing.
It looks lopsided.
Yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to look lopsided.
It's like life.
Lopsided
Yeah.
and a little creamy.
Like Yeah, let's go down this
Let's not.
rabbit hole.
I'm gonna.
No.
I don't know.
I love it.
I think we're having too much fun.
No.
I don't think I've laughed this
I
much.
mean, it doesn't matter because we're gonna cover it in salami, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. Come on.
That looks hideous for now, but don't most cakes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, like, every single day I have like moments of like, I feel like as an entrepreneur, you're constantly having moments of like, was I meant for this? But I have those moments every single day about parenting. Like, I literally feel most days I want to just cuss them out.
Yeah.
Which sounds horrible, but then at the same time, like, I'm like so into these little people
Yeah.
and like that they're mine
Yeah.
and that like they depend on me and they love me unconditionally and they think I'm like amazing when I don't think that I'm amazing. And I have like times where I'm like sitting there and like crying and they're just like, why are you upset? And it's like, I feel like I can't do anything right. And I think like even me and you have walked the kids to school in the morning. And you've seen me have like where I'm about to have it come apart. And I feel like having people like you in my life make me feel so normal, especially in South Pasadena. Like, I'm not trying to no shade on all the parents here, but
Hard.
sometimes I watch them and I'm just like, why does it look so easy for you? I'm sure it isn't.
Right.
But like, even walking the kids to school in the morning, I look like a bum. And I'm looking at some of these parents and I'm just like, they're like, oh yeah, I worked out before I went. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I barely brushed my teeth this
I
morning.
know. I'll have to be like going to school. Like, did I wear this outfit yesterday to drop off? Like,
I literally, our pickup. They have like,
Yeah.
I swear they think that I'm in my pajama pants all the time because like I'll come home from like a long day and then throw my pajama pants on and then go pick up the kids. And I'm like, these people literally think that I probably don't work and I stay in my pajama pants all day. And
yeah.
like, I just feel like there's no grace anywhere. And like, we're the worst on ourselves.
Yeah. I am self-conscious about my parenting. I'm self-conscious about being a solo parent in its town where almost everybody is a 2-parent household. Like that. I feel some kind of way about that. And that I feel like this area we're in now, like I was pretty anonymous up in Altadena. It's pretty spread out and like I could just hide in my hoodie and not be seen too much. But like here I do feel very seen and like very high achieving area and kids are involved in a million things and like there's a bandwidth issue for me as a parent. Like I just I can't do all those things. Like I can't
go to 3-minute book report presentations.
I can't. Yeah, like I just there's just one of me and I have to give myself a lot of grace, but it's been a long journey to get there of like self-forgiveness for whatever my kid isn't getting, but I also like he chose me to be his mom. So this is the journey he wants to be on because I am not maternal by nature. I'm more like
I get it.
It's like apprenticeship. Like you pick me, all right, we're gonna hang out and you're gonna do what I do, and we're. It's been a journey trying to feel like I belong here.
You know, it's so funny because I grew up in South Pasadena, and my mom was a single parent. I'm not a single parent per se, but like Matt's not here throughout the week. And last year, it might have been the year before that. I don't remember at this point. But Mikhail was in baseball, and one of the moms said to me, oh my God, I just love how well you and your husband or you and Matt co-parent.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And then she was like, oh, you guys just co-parent so well together.
Got it.
And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, he's my husband. Like,
Yeah.
we're not co-parenting, we're together. And like Matt publicly is very much like, this is my wife, like forehead kisses, hugs, smacks my ass, like all of the things, right? So I'm like, you also saw that. And I think growing up here being mixed has, that's like a whole nother thing, because there's a lot more diversity now, but growing up there wasn't.
Yeah.
And I think the number one thing that I like came to was, why would you think that I'm a single parent? Like, what gave you the idea that I was a single parent? And I went on like a tangent on Instagram, because that's what I tend to do.
Yeah.
Which I'm also learning that a lot of people around here follow me.
Oh.
And
Okay.
so the mom's friend saw it, and she like came to me like afterwards and was like, I didn't realize it, but it was a microaggression and I shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry for all this stuff. But I remember when I went on a tangent, I had like 2 or 3 people send me messages like, how dare you accuse her of that? And I was like, I wasn't accusing her of anything. I was saying these are the perceptions that I picked up on.
Yeah.
If another mom, husband wasn't around very often, probably because he's a doctor, right? Because we have a lot of those around here.
Yep.
You wouldn't think that they were co-parenting.
Right.
So why are you thinking that we're co-parenting? And also those relationships are, no offense, not all of them, but a lot of them aren't filled with the same type of love that we have, right? And so I totally understand the feeling of like not feeling like you fit in here. And it's so, at times it's so loud.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing about like opening this space here is, for every person that makes me feel like I don't belong, 2 or 3 people make me feel like I'm more.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's like, there's a lot of antiquated things that you have to like get around. And
but I also kind of like the antiquated stuff. Like, I'm realizing for Bodhi, like the school still does all the seasonal stuff, and there's something very quaint.
It's very quaint.
And
the next door looks like, what is it, Gilmore Girls?
Yeah. Like I like that. And I so many people have been like kind and generous. So I don't want to bag on it at all. I mean, it's just like, I was thinking, can I talk about the blackberry cotton candle? Because I think this relates to what you're saying. So the context is, I have this candle that I love. It was a summer candle last year, and it smells like blackberry, and it also smells like clean cotton. And I was like, blackberry cotton, that's great. So the other day I was at the store, and you're like, everything is sold except the blackberry cotton candle, because like that doesn't really work for our demographic. And I thought about that afterward, and I was like, if you had said that to me 15 years ago, like, it would have leveled me. Like, even the implication that I did something that was somehow racist or like offensive would have just crumbled me. But like, why do those things crumble you? Because it's touching a nerve. Like, there is something there.
Yeah, I did think. No, my mind.
But where I'm at now, is like, you are absolutely right. I actually had the thought, and I was just kind of like, I just wasn't sure where to go.
A white person to tell me.
But like, would a blackberry cotton candle maybe not vibe? Yeah, like, so
I'm sure there's a few black people who picked that candle up.
I know.
What in the white is this?
I know. Well, it's now berry musk.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit better.
It
smells so good.
But I guess being able to have those conversations without that sensitivity of like, how dare you say that to me and imply somehow that there's some part of me. And I feel like, for me, being a high school teacher, it was in the Palisades, but there were kids from over 100 zip codes. Like, those kids, it's high school. They push your buttons. Like, if you have any kind of latent racist anything, or like, for me, like, I'm small town in Illinois. Like, I had all kinds of things to work through that I didn't know about. They will bring it up, but that's like such a gift then to have to face that stuff. It'd be like, oh wait, this actually, It's like the ego death of realizing like I do have all this white privilege and I do have these things that I'm not aware of, and like maybe my life's journey is not 100% on merit. Like maybe I've had some advantages, like being able to accept that and still have a sense of self-esteem, and anyway, to be able to be in community and have that feedback and be like 100%, oh, let me go back to the factory and rework that, which I did now, and I actually feel much better about it. Anyway.
And I guess I guarantee it'll sell.
No,
because it smells
great.
so good.
No, you're 100% right. And you know what? There's certain candles
And there were probably white people who picked it up and said, this smells good, but I can't put this in my house either. Where am I going to put it? In the bathroom?
Well, my question is, why did it take everyone like 6 months?
You know, honestly, I think it was like everything was selling through, and we just kind of like, I feel like we all kind of
just kept pushing that to the back of the shelf,
skirted it around. And I think one day I was just looking at Nicole and I was like, have you smelled this candle? And she was like, yeah. I was like, it smells really good. And she was like, uh-huh.
The cotton candle.
Me and her just looked at each other and were like, it's not selling because of the name, huh? And she's like, mm-hmm. And I think it's just like those moments, because we're like, I think also for us, we were like, there's somebody who's going to walk in here and they're not going to think twice about it and they're going to buy it.
Yeah.
But I think we're in a time where everything is so heightened, and everybody is watching what they're saying, what they're doing, how they're maneuvering, and all of that thing, all those things, which I think are very important to do.
Yeah. But to be a business owner makes you vulnerable no matter what.
No matter what.
Like you share a lot of your thoughts on Instagram, which I watch. I don't do the same thing. Like I do fear being vulnerable because I'm already putting myself out there, like through the candles. Like I'm vulnerable to doing something. We're all vulnerable, like by putting a product out to the world or like having a business. And that is, like that can be scary. Like you have to be really solid in who you are.
You know, my life hasn't been easy. This last year hasn't been easy. I've dealt with a lot of things, from my childhood to trauma in college, to losing my dad, to losing the love of my life, to, you know, starting a business and then feeling like everything that I worked for is being pulled away from me. And I think the one thing that I've learned is like all of this shit has been extremely lonely. And I'm tired of being alone.
Oh, that hits so.
And I think for me, the reason that I share is because there's so many things in life that just, I don't want people to feel what I felt. And in that isolation, there have been moments where I'm not proud of the thoughts that I had. And last year, the year before, we had an event, which honestly I haven't really talked about, and everybody got food poisoning at it. They did like it took a couple months for them to figure out like investigations, all that. They came back and most likely it was ice, which had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
During that 6 months of the 6 weeks of investigation, I felt like my whole entire life was over.
Yeah.
I thought that I made 120 people sick. I did not want to be here anymore. I felt like everything in my life that I had worked for was gone in a second. And the day that I found out I was actually working with one of my friends and doing a photo shoot, and she literally photographed, she's like, we're here, we're doing it, we're getting it done, I don't care. I was sobbing. And I remember like, I'm there and everything's falling down around me, and I'm standing next to my mom and my grandma, and there's this picture of us, and I'm crying, and they're trying to get me to stop crying. But I've never felt so alone in my entire life. And you can just see that there's like nothing left in me. And for me, after that, too, we have a family business. It affected the whole business because I shut down, everybody who worked with me felt like I was blaming them, which I wasn't. But I was dealing with so much by myself. So me and my mom stopped talking. She's my best friend. There was just a lot. And I think like, and I've dealt with a lot, but nothing felt as like final as that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I relate to this so much.
and
Ugh.
yeah, I just think that like there's
Mhm.
so much isolation and like, and I didn't talk, and I haven't talked about this outwardly because I don't want people to be like, oh no, you did. And I know there's people who, no matter what the reports say, are going to say that food poisoning was caused by us or whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. I know what the truth is. I know what the conversations I've had with the health departments about it. I know how my business has maneuvered and how much we learned from all of that. Um, but I've been really ashamed to talk about it because I'm worried about what people think about me. And I haven't been really public because I'm like, what if it does affect my business? What happens? How does that affect? I have 17 people who work for me. I have 17 people whose lives I make sure that they can feed their family and all of that stuff. And so those are like the things that it's like, I refuse moving into 2026 to be alone, to live in that space of like, there were days where I just didn't want to go on. And if I didn't have my kids, Mikhail in particular, there was a day that was so dark and I just wasn't even there. He stopped me from doing anything. And I wasn't even conscious that that was happening. But the fact that I had this little person who depends on me so much, and I was feeling like there's no way to like move forward.
Yeah.
So
when like this loneliness thing, like it's just feels so real for me. It's like, how real is this going to be, right? So like after Edwin had died, the reason the fire to me was like, this is not the hardest thing I've been through. And it's for this reason. It's like, after Edmund died, it wasn't just that Edmund died. It's like a lot of other relationships, people starting to move away. In retrospect, I can see like I was in so much pain that I was doing things that pushed people away, but I couldn't change. I couldn't make myself be fun. I couldn't make myself, I was bringing nothing to the table. I was just so broken. And so I guess I was isolating myself without knowing it, but like I was raising a special needs kid on my own, super hyperactive, and like I had given up my career. I wasn't sure what I was going to do yet. So there's that like loss of identity. But like I used to text people, family, and be like, SOS, I'm not okay. Like, because my thoughts were like, I don't want to be here. Like, not after this, like, there's nothing more for me to experience. I'm here for this kid. Like, I'm good. But I'm not going to leave this kid who needs me. Like, so do we both have to go? Like, this is, like, I don't think I was going to act on it, but I was, like, trying to explain to people. And their response is, like, you're so strong. You're so strong. You're such an amazing mom. And I'm like, I'm actually not an amazing mom. I'm actually thinking about driving us off a cliff right now. And, like, you're not hearing me. And I did not know where to go with any of that. Like, I did go to therapy. That's good, girl. So it's on Zoom because this is like during COVID. I'm talking to this therapist, like might be our second session. She's got glasses on and she's like, so how did your husband die? So I start telling the story. She's looking down. I can see in the reflection of her glasses that she's texting. Like I could see like the blue bubble pop up and then the white. I'm like, this is like, and it took me so much to get to the point to ask for help. And then it's like, you got to go through the insurance. Anyway, I just felt like so hopeless. And like, fortunately, like somebody else showed up to help me. But I have met the edge of my sanity. And like, there's a gift in that, but I'm very grateful I didn't completely break.
Next, I think I'm gonna like this might be a little crazy, but I don't think I'm gonna put it in the center.
Okay.
So
So
I think
can
kind of
really
off,
use this,
yeah,
like,
as like a little shelf.
yeah.
So we have these like little sticks. I'm gonna give you one,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take another one,
Okay.
and then we're gonna take salami,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and we're gonna actually like fold it into like fours like
Got it.
this,
Mhm.
and then stick it in,
Yeah. Got it.
and do this a couple different times,
More.
maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
And I don't think it needs to look.
Not green. My gosh. Just needs to taste like salami.
To a couple.
You really are an artist, though, with your charcuterie.
Who would have known playing with meat would get me this far?
I
mom
mean,
would be
listen,
so
I'm
proud
proud
of
with a
me.
lot of meat, and I can't make a charcuterie board like you can.
And then we'll like stick it
Yeah. Okay.
in.
Okay.
I'm like, maybe do it down.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. Good balance.
I think we need another one,
Okay. Okay.
like over on that side.
Oh, like a third stick, not another piece of salami.
Yeah. I mean, that one might.
No, you're right. It's in paintings. It's the same. You want to do things in thirds, colored, in triangles. I mean,
Oh, see, I didn't even know that was like a thing. But
it's a thing. I have a pickle candle. It was not a big seller. This might not shock you. I was so excited about it. You know what? Just gotta keep trying new things. All right. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking like
Placement wise.
right here, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, right there. See, you're an artist.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But I feel like we need to pull this out and put like something on top of this. Like,
Well, we're gonna put stuff around it.
okay, but no. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
well, now we're gonna take some of these, cut them in half. Thinking we can like
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Love.
Just gonna
We can
tilt
also,
this
like-
a different.
Yeah, we can use that to like hold it in place.
Ooh. Okay. Can I have one of these?
Yeah.
Can I do like this situation?
I would do it underneath because I really like the contrast of the.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe a couple of those.
Couple apricot.
Yeah, I would do like another one.
Okay. I'm kind of a maximalist.
Hmm.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yes.
But we don't want to see that.
Right.
Stick it all the way.
Fall on it.
People want to be like, oh wow, it's just like floating.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. Well, then we.
Oh, we'll make them like cascade.
Mm-hmm. How'd you get that to say?
Not very well.
Okay. Yeah. We stick.
Okay, this hoe.
Oh yeah. So so I was like, I feel like you're a little distracted right now. She's like, I'm just taking notes. I was like,
Well, like,
yeah.
on your phone.
So I
That
ended
stamp?
up. I was like, I can't do this. I ended up calling a friend of mine. It's my friend's husband, and he was a retired accountant. But he and his wife had done this therapy for years and years, and he had talked to me about wanting to like work with somebody. And so I asked him, like, can we do some work together? And it's because I needed somebody who I knew loved me. And like really saw me. Like that experience of having the therapist like ask me how my husband died and then like be texting her whatever. Like just how dehumanizing that was, you know.
It also takes so much courage to ask for help.
Yeah.
On so many
Yes.
different levels.
Yeah.
And I think this is one, mostly too, why people don't ask for help, right? Because then it's met with things like every single day, they'll be like, oh, how's everything going? and then you'll tell them how it's going and it's not the answer they want to hear. So they're like, oh, you've got this. You'll figure it out. If one more fucking person tells me I've got this,
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking push them off of a bridge. Like, that's like literally how I feel. Because I'm not going anywhere at this point. I've gone through that.
Yeah.
You're going now.
Yeah.
But I think like people don't understand, like, that's not what we want to hear. And so that's why when people ask how you are, I just don't tell them how I am. If like, you're not my person, you're going to hear good.
Yeah.
Could be
Well,
better.
yeah.
Living the dream.
So I've become more, so there was part of my grief in that pain where I responded with like, well, fuck everybody. I'm just doing everything on my own. And then I ended up in such a severe depression that I was like on the floor crying all the time. Right. So I was like, okay, well, I can't actually just cut everyone out and do everything myself. Like I need people. But I did have to, like, I had so much resentment at the people who I thought should have supported me in a certain way in the worst time of my life, and they didn't. And I got fixated on that disappointment. And I had to get to a point where it was like, what resources are available that I might not be seeing right now? Like, and that helped me kind of realize I can actually handle more, and I can, or I have more, like, there's more help, but it's not from the people that I think should be the ones supporting me, you know? And so I don't put the same stock in the people in my life. And like, I'd definitely lowered the expectations of like what level of support I expect from people. But I had to get over because I didn't want to ask for help and be disappointed because that hurt so bad. Like the pain of me being like, I'm in a really bad place. I really need help. And being rejected was so painful. Like I had to kind of get over that to be like, I'll ask for help. And if it's a no, it's a no. And then try other things. But when you're like in that despair, I don't know.
It's so interesting because I think like when it comes to that, I remember when I was going through everything, I was like really upset with my mom. And thank God for therapy. I definitely not upset.
I just did therapy with my mom last year. Amazing.
But I think one of the things that I realized was like, she doesn't have the resources to help me. So I'm expecting her to help me, but she doesn't even have the resources. So like, that's a wild request.
Yes.
As she's going through her own process, her own journey, the generational trauma. I mean, I would appreciate some generational wealth here and instead didn't all the therapy, right?
Yeah.
And I think like even with the fires and dealing with like friends and family who lost their homes and their feelings surrounding it, and I am like and resentment they have towards me for giving back to our community but not feeling like I'm doing enough for them. I'm trying to remind myself it's the resources, right? They don't have the resources, and like you have to want to take the time to figure that out. And if you don't, that's not on me, that's on you.
Yeah.
Is really really important for me. But I think the other thing that's been really key through dealing with the grief and honestly the shit from this past like just year, fucking the life, everything's been just crazy, is that like I have to take care of me first before I can help anybody else. And the expectations that other people place on me, I can't fulfill, nor can I place those expectations on them.
Yeah.
And so looking for the support, but it's usually from people that you don't expect. So like even the day that we're like walking to school and I'm like literally about to have a breakdown. And I feel it inside of me. I'm trying so hard not to cry because Mikhail is just having a day. And I feel like you just saw that for what it was. And it was just like
On the scooter?
on the scooter. There's your scooter next to me. And I think on your kid's scooter. But I think like in that moment, it's like you made me feel so seen. And like, I didn't feel alone. And it wasn't, I didn't expect you to come on a scooter.
Bodhi's aunt gave me that scooter. But it's actually an adult scooter.
Oh, it's fantastic
Pretty
scooter.
Great.
But I don't think it's like kind of opening yourself up. I've realized that the more vulnerable I am, right, that you'll find people in places you don't expect, and they'll give you something that you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, and like you may not realize this, but for me, in a new area where I find it really hard to connect with people, like the fact that I see you and I get to be like, that's my friend, like we connect, like that, it changes my day, you know, like I get to feel seen.
Especially in the city where everybody's like, good morning. I'm like, how do all these fucking people know each other?
Wait, did you not just drag your kid out, shoes on the wrong feet, like I didn't get homework done because I had something?
I literally think every morning when I'm walking my kids to school, like, how do these people all fucking know each other? And then I'm like,
small
sports,
all the things,
life, PTA,
which is that's honestly what I want. Like, I want to be in community, and also sometimes I want to hide.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part. Is like, I want to be in community, but I also, it's so interesting when it comes to like kids stuff. It's so it's like clickfish, and it's the whole part of high school that I didn't like. And I think like I was popular in high school, so it's not a big deal. But I think for me, like growing up in high school, like I got along with a lot of people, and it wasn't like I wasn't in one group, right? So it was very like easy.
Yeah.
I was a drug dealer.
And that helps.
Full transparency.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship from a young age. But I think because of that, everybody was friends with me, right? And so it made things really easy. And I was always in community because people wanted me to be in community.
Of course, no, everybody's best friend.
But I think like I didn't like the groups. I didn't like this person only did this and this person only did this. And so coming here, sometimes I feel that a lot, but having people like you where it's like we're not caught up in that is
I don't know how
the
to get caught up. It's like I can only just be me at this point and try and lean into that. And my kid's not like anyone else's kid either. Like he's Bodhi and he's got his curly hair and he's
living his best life.
He's living his best life, but he's not going to play sports. We are doing jujitsu, which is going well.
Yeah, and I don't think he has to play sports. I think,
but I don't know what is his crew. Usually, what it is like the other kids with ADHD that are like boing 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 boing. He finds them and they speak the same language.
That's probably why our kids get along. Yeah, because they're all
those are his people. No, like they're the neurodiverse kids that they're just like for him. It's this fluid. Like his imagination and reality are fluid. And he just lives in that liminal space and he finds the other kids that are there. Or they tell him he can't play with them.
Well, he just needs to find somebody like Mikey because it's so funny. I'll be walking to school with Mikey and everybody's like, hi, Mikey. Hi, Mikey. I'm like, why is she so popular? Like everybody knows Mikey. And I love that for her. But I think it's because she's so unbothered by people. And like when people are like, oh, hey, we're doing this. And it's like, the cool like kids are like hanging out. She's like, I'm not interested. I'm going to do my own.
When I was dropping candles at your house the other day, she was like, by the way, I'm the smartest person in the world. I was like, I don't doubt that.
Delusion. That delusion is going to get her so far in life. If only we could all channel Mikey's energy. Yeah. We would take over the world.
100%. She's amazing. Yeah. She's got that like audacity to come back to that one.
She gets that from her dad.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. So after I quit my career, so I was an assistant principal. I had the keys. I had a walkie-talkie. Like I was, like you have to have a certain amount of like brazenness to do that job. Like it turns out that was still kind of like a mask of sorts. Like that was a legitimate career that my father would approve of kind of situation, And when I left that, so I had lost my husband, I gave up my career, that was my whole adult identity was as a teacher and assistant principal and all that stuff. And so I had my yoga teacher certification and I was like so petrified to teach a yoga class. like, I thought people would be like, who are you? Like, oh, another white woman teaching yoga. Great. You know, like there's a whole thing. I was just afraid of all that. And I went to a class one time and I had a teacher and she was horrible. Like she was horrible. She was too quiet. Like she just was kind of that like namaste. And I'm watching and I'm like, I'm so terrified to teach and like to put myself out there. And here's this woman who's terrible. And the only difference between me and her is she has the audacity to get up there and do it.
Yep, she's audacious.
Yes. And like it shifted everything for me. I started teaching and it was like like losing Edmund was so paralyzing. Like I wasn't in my body. Same with the fire. It's been hard to kind of like thaw. But once I started doing the yoga and the movement, I think that kind of helped me move some creativity. And then I got into the candles, and it was actually also that a grief art therapist had told me, like, when you lose someone, it's too intense for you to process. But creativity and emotion both move through the limbic system. So if you focus on creativity, you end up healing inadvertently what you can't face at the moment.
It's crazy.
So I was painting, I was doing the yoga, and then I started making candles for winter solstice, or I taught myself to make candles because I wanted to give candles for winter solstice. And then I never did that, but I ended up making candles. And like after the fire, I was just like, well, I'm powerless over everything. I don't have underwear, but like I can keep making candles and just keep making candles. Just keep, like, nothing made sense in the world. Election, blah, blah, blah. And that's I feel like that movement has sort of helped. Like, it's just about keep going through what feels impossible, and then things kind of come. The next thing comes. I don't know. I got that.
I hope. No, I think that's great. Literally. Like, I mean,
Audacity.
yeah.
Audacity. So it's like, just don't worry what everyone thinks. Don't worry if you accidentally create a racist candle. Don't worry about it.
We'll fix it.
Just keep going. It's okay.
We'll put a new label on it. No more blackberry and cotton.
Yeah, no more blackberry.
At least it wasn't watermelon cotton, because then
Oh my gosh,
it's
wow.
all mel.
I do have a watermelon oil. I mean,
But no cotton.
it's delicious.
I think we could do a summer watermelon candle.
Right.
It'll be.
I'll consult before I name it.
Okay, cool.
I feel like I'm so proud of this already. We just started.
And now I think it's just kind of just adding in and filling, like.
So we need a triangle of olives and pickles.
I also think we should do a big ass piece of like honeycomb right here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. Do we? We don't
like
have
me.
that.
We do.
What are we? How are we working in these?
We're just sticking them
Anywhere? Okay. Okay. I don't want to cover up our.
Well, that's where we're gonna put the honeycomb.
Okay. Honeycomb here, and you know what? This guy's gonna go here. Feel gorgeous.
Gorgina.
Yeah. Can I do this? Can I use this to get that to stay?
I'm like, we could just put more.
So beautiful. Okay, wait.
I feel like it's.
We got to go around here. Is that? Yeah. Yes, a flower.
Do a flower there. What about like?
Wait. Oh.
Okay. I feel like
Toothpicks!
we've been drinking, but we're not.
We're not yet. Okay.
I'm like, now we can just add these.
Okay. So, all right. We don't want to leave any pickles on the table there. Okay. What?
Like,
Okay. More flowers. We need more flowers. Oh, we need a flower on top.
definitely, right there.
Here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You also need green.
We need. Oh, are we out of apricots? Well, I guess this is kind of balanced.
I mean, we can
They
get
yellow.
more apricots.
No. We're
Maybe
good.
them.
Okay.
Some big fucking mint.
I love this. Okay.
I like that. Yeah. I like a lot of mint.
Okay.
I don't think I realized how much I like mint.
Like how it looks, or like.
I feel like how it's looking.
Oh wow, yeah, that you went. That it's dramatic. That's
I
it.
like the drama.
Yeah, we
Feel
love
like,
that.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I just feel like we just
Okay,
put this
okay.
stuff around.
Right. All right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I actually think this is like, it is extra, but I feel like
I need more.
in the best way,
Yeah.
no?
Oh. I can only be me. I need lots of mint and salami. Okay.
I feel like
all the ladies at Golden Oaks.
the back
jealous.
looks very naked, but this side,
Okay.
I feel like we can hide all the extra stuff back here though.
I feel like, can we do like a wall of
A wall of nuts.
Yeah.
I think you could do whatever you want.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think this needs to be
my
on our
cheesecake.
menu.
Okay. The Marike board.
Yes. I'm like, we already have banana nut bread, candles,
Right,
and
right.
bread.
No, I feel really determined to work with you to create a charcuterie board candle.
I
feel like we could make that happen. I'm not sure what will be in it yet, but
let's just go with cheese, no meat. Because the thought of burning meat.
right, not
a
meat.
little-
No, but
On a like barbecue
fruit.
candle would be like for Father's Day.
Oh, I have a barbecue set that's really, really good. So we could definitely do that. It's kind of like the burn car candle. Like, I thought people wouldn't like it, but they actually
Love the way it smells.
love the scent. Okay, wait. Hold on, we're getting there.
Yeah, the back is what people are really waiting to see.
But I hope you were hoping to have these cherries left over. Okay,
We have
listen, I feel like from all angles, this is a masterpiece.
Oh, you know what? Like this fell off. Or did it?
No, we didn't have one there.
You know what? There we go.
That's it. I feel like this feels very me.
This feels extra.
This is why I have 700 candle fragrances.
I mean, I like low key like it. Now we could just make a candle that smells exactly like this cake.
Okay, on it. It smells like strawberries, is what it's meant. We can make a strawberry mint handle.
Strawberry mint.
And honey.
And then maybe a little bit of like brie.
Yep.
Like yeasty cheese.
Yep.
Ta-da!